welcome back to the channel. It's another tool time. So today I'm going to service my Airshaft that I recently replaced with a coil, but I'm keeping it as a spare, so it is due for a service, so that's what we're going to do today. So guys, servicing an Airshaft is actually not that hard. Anyone can do it. It's just a matter of cleaning the internals well and replacing the O-rings and dust seals. Alright, so in terms of the things that you need, there's not much you need, not really any specialized tools. Most importantly is that you need the 200-hour or 1-year service kit from Shox. Alright, so the first thing to do is to ensure you release the air. So the next thing to do is to remove the air can from the shaft. A good way to do that is actually by the use of a vise, but I don't have one. So what I'm going to use is a simple glue clamp, and that glue clamp actually works really good. It gives you a lot of leverage. Yeah. So you can either use a friction strap to wrap around the air can to unscrew it, or an old tube. Tube gives a lot of friction, and that works as well. So with those both in place, here it goes already, I can nicely undo it. So that works really good. Very simple. As I said, nothing specialized in terms of tools. There we go. Okay. The next thing to be mindful of when you start removing bits and pieces, I prefer to put the old pieces in a logical order, in the order I actually remove them from the parts, so I obviously can remember in which way and what sequence they have to go back on the components. But let's start with the air can. So the air can has a few components, and they all sitting in here. So you got your dust seal sitting on the top. Then there is the gliding ring, the white one, which is a split ring under it. And there's one more O-ring, a black O-ring under that one. So there are actually 3 components that we have to remove. But let's do that. There is your dust ring. Dust wiper. Now it becomes tricky. That's where we're going to use a screwdriver to flick out the glide ring, sorry. So here is the white glide ring. Yeah. And there is one more dust seal under. This is the dust seal. You got these 3 bits in this order. Just be mindful, there's a very skinny rubber O-ring here that needs to be removed and replaced as well. Alright, so next we're going to clean the air can proper, and we put back the new O-rings and dust seals. Alright, you want to make sure that the spaces where the dust seals sit, that is nice and clean. Yeah, quite happy with that. Okay, that's clean. Put that aside. So what I do next is going to open this seal kit and get these components, these parts that I'm going to put back into the air can. This is sealed grease, so once the seals are in, you use a little bit of that to apply it on the seals. And this, you put this inside the air can. Not much, just a little bit. This is the air can seal, so let's have a look. That should be a complete set. This is the new O-ring. This is the glide ring or split ring, and the new dust seal. And this is the new little skinny rubber O-ring. Yeah, I'll probably replace this ring as well. And this one is not required for this shock. Okay, let's put them back in. So let me start with the skinny O-ring. Just be gentle with the stuff, it's quite fragile. I don't want to stretch it. Yeah, if you pull too hard and you stretch it, it will not seal proper. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one in first, right at the bottom. Now on top of this black O-ring, we're going to put this glide ring. Yeah, almost. Oops. Yeah, there you have it. Okay, and now we're placing the new dust seal right here in the top groove. All right, nice. All right, so next is the air shaft. Yeah, again, not too many seals to replace here, but we're going to remove this. I'm going to clean that, but put it back on later. And here you can see similar seals are used that we have to remove. There's a seal here and 2 glide rings, so we have to remove those 3. Here you can see the tokens, so you can see you can only 1 token in at the moment. Maybe you should add another one. And they, by the way, really easy to insert. So once you have a new one, you slot it up here and you push it back down. So it's fairly simple. Okay, so we're gonna clean this. First, I want to remove the old glide rings, the white glide rings and the seal. With the glide rings, you can see there are actually 2 different sizes. This skinny one here and a bigger one here. Yeah, this is one. This is the old dust seal. And there's one more glide ring to remove. Yeah. So next again is cleaning it. Really important. It's the main thing you want to do. Making sure everything is nice and clean. So next I'm gonna get the new glide rings and dust seal. So again, be mindful of the 2 different sizes of the glide rings. Not sure if it's visible, but skinny one and a bigger one. Skinny one goes there, bigger one goes there, and obviously the black seal in the middle. All right, so I'm gonna put on in this order. I do the bigger one first, the bigger glide ring, then the middle black ring, and the smaller ones. Yeah. So that one is easy to pop on. This one probably a little harder because it doesn't have a split. Oh, there we go. And the third one. And there you have it. Easy. Yeah. Okay, so next we're going to apply some of the seal grease. Not too much. Just put it on the finger. That's the easiest way to apply it. And you just go around it a bit. Making sure nothing is dry. Like that. Do the same on the inside of the seals in the air can. We're going to apply some of this air can lube. Again, not too much. Yeah, like this, just a very tiny film in the inside of the air can. Yeah. Okay, that is basically all we had to do. So now it's just a matter of reassembling the two components, tightening it, and inflating it again. So to put this back, actually you can feel a lot of compression, so it's not as straightforward. Here we go. I've got it, I think, yeah. All right. So you tighten this, but just hand tight, yeah? Don't use friction strap or whatever to tighten it. This is good enough, yeah? So next is obviously to increase the air pressure again, but because you have a negative and a positive chamber, you want to make sure that both actually filling up. And a way of doing that is you inflate it with maybe 30 or 40 psi, and you just move the shock a little bit, yeah, compress it a bit. And I probably will press it on the ground once or twice. That allows the air to flow between the two chambers. Then you increase it again with 30 to 40 psi, and you repeat the same process, compressing it once, two strokes, so that the air can move between the air chambers. I normally do it maybe twice, and then I just increase the pressure until it reaches the pressure that I normally use for riding. Right guys, that was all in terms of your 200 hours or 1 year of service required for AirShock. Obviously, the final step is to mount it back into your bike and to add the air. When you add the air, because this one has a positive and a negative air chamber, you have to equalize the two air chambers. And the way to do that, very straightforward, add about 40 psi, sit on the seat, activate the shock, and that movement allows the air to travel between the two chambers and to equalize. Again, increase the air pressure with about 40 psi and repeat the same process. Just sit on the seat, squeeze it a few times, and do it maybe once more time, and then you can increase it to the pressure that you like. And that is all. Well guys, yeah, that's it for today. So I hope you got something out of it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You may want to subscribe as well. And otherwise, I'll see you next time. Ciao.